Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mohammed Haris and this is Fears, where stories don't whisper, fear speaks. Tonight you'll hear bloody, real and terrifying tales told by none other than Killer Droid, who doesn't just narrate, she clings to your mind. If you're alone or feel like someone's watching you, it's better you stop this video right now, because these stories attack in silence. But if you truly think you're brave, then watch till the end and drop a comment. Fears can't harm me. Subscribe to Fears, because the next story might be right behind you. Recite Ayatul Kursi. The tale is about to begin.
Ethan never believed in ghosts. He was 16, brave to a fault, and obsessed with urban exploration. Alongside his older brother Caleb, he roamed abandoned buildings with a flashlight in one hand and a GoPro in the other. It was Caleb's idea to film their biggest explore yet, the Deep Hollow, an old silver mine deep in the Colorado mountains. It had been shut down since the 1940s after a collapse buried an entire crew alive. Locals didn't talk about the mine. The gas station clerk refused to give directions. An old woman spat at their car when she overheard where they were going. But the brothers laughed it off. By sundown, they stood at the rusted gate, wind howling through the pines. A warning sign. Read, "Cursed ground. Do not enter." But curiosity burned stronger than fear. Inside, the mine was pitch black and dead silent. Their boots crunched gravel and shattered helmet pieces. Wooden support beams groaned under age. Their voices echoed unnaturally. They followed a rusted cart deeper, beyond the marked path. That's when Caleb saw something odd: footprints, barefoot, fresh. They followed the prints down a forgotten shaft. The air got colder. The walls changed, scratched and clawed, like something had tried to escape. Then Ethan heard it. A dragging sound behind them. He turned, nothing. They kept walking until they reached an opening. Old mining tools were scattered, and in the center a lantern, glowing dimly on its own. Suddenly, a breath hit Ethan's neck. He spun around. Caleb was gone. "Caleb," he shouted. His voice bounced down the tunnels, unanswered, then whispering started. Faint at first, then layered. Hundreds of voices, chanting from the walls. Ethan ran, but the mine twisted and bent like it was alive. The tracks looped back on themselves. No matter where he turned, he found the same glowing lantern. Then he saw Caleb, standing motionless. "Don't move," Ethan cried, stepping toward him. Caleb turned slowly. His eyes were hollow sockets, skin pale, lips torn in a grin. "You shouldn't have come here," Caleb whispered, voice layered with others. Ethan screamed, and the mine swallowed him whole. After his parents died in a crash, 17-year-old Marcus moved to a small village in Maine to live with his reclusive Aunt Lorraine. The village was Audenley. 47 people lived there. No one looked him in the eyes. Every house had one thing in common: red eyes painted over every window. His aunt gave strict rules. Don't leave the house after sundown. Don't talk to the villagers. And never, ever open the windows after dark. He thought she was paranoid. But that night, as the wind howled and the old cottage creaked, Marcus heard scratching at the glass. Slow, repetitive. He peeked through the curtain. The outside wasn't there, only blackness. And from it two crimson eyes stared back. He jerked away. His breath fogged the cold air. His aunt grabbed him and whispered, If they see you, see them. They enter. From then on, things changed. His reflection started to flicker. Sometimes it smiled when he didn't. At night, his dreams were filled with whispering children in red robes, asking him to let them in. On the fifth night, Marcus couldn't resist anymore. He opened the window, just an inch. A whisper crept in. Thank you. The next morning, the house was cold, silent. Aunt Lorraine was gone. Her red eyes painted on the window were scratched away from the inside. And Marcus. He walked into town barefoot, head tilted, eyes glowing red, and every house added a new set of painted eyes. Jason was 15 when his father took him on a week-long camping trip in the Oregon woods. His dad had rented a secluded log cabin for father-son bonding. No Wi-Fi, no cell service, just woods and silence. But Jason didn't like the forest. The trees whispered when the wind didn't blow. At night, he heard movement outside the cabin, heavy, circling footsteps. His dad said it was probably a deer. On the third night, Jason found scratch marks on the doorframe, 9 feet high. His dad joked it was a bear. But Jason saw something out there. Tall, pale, watching him from behind the trees. Its arms too long. Its head tilted. And when Jason blinked, it was gone. That night, Jason woke up to the sound of his father speaking softly. But when he checked, his dad was asleep. The whispering came from the corner of the room. Jason turned. On the lamp, nothing was there. Until he looked at the mirror. The mirror showed Jason's bed. And a tall figure crouched beside it. He turned. Nothing. The next morning, his dad was missing. The footprints outside were deep, huge, inhuman. Jason tried to leave, but the woods kept looping. No matter where he ran, he ended up back at the cabin. By the 7th day, he stopped trying. He started talking to the mirror, and it always answered back.
These were tonight's stories, but remember, they didn't come to scare you, they came to wake you up. If your heart's still beating, you belong to Fears. Subscribe, hit the bell, because fear doesn't knock, and if you feel a shadow move, and don't turn around. The story has ended us, but someone's still watching you.